I'm a parasite. You're a parasite. Ah! You're a parasite. Oh, and I'm gonna point a finger at you too. You. That was kind of fun. I feel good about that. I feel good about pointing my finger at you. Yes, I know I have all these other ones pointing back at me when I point my finger at you. I feel like sitting like this today. I don't know why. I don't know if you can see my legs up in my action here, but I feel like sitting like this. Parasites. This came up yesterday for me in a couple of different ways. Perhaps I should start at the beginning. Oh, where's the beginning? I'm a beginningless being. That was a different poem. I was in a conversation yesterday with someone on IM. And this is with a very close friend. And it got very deep and close for me, quite unexpectedly. He said something, and it was something very, very sweet. And it just triggered my heart to break, basically, and just cry and cry and cry. And I just became this puddle of mush that needed caretaking. And this lovely, sweet individual is quite willing to do that for me. And he did. But it was such a big puddle of mush that I became. Even as I was going through the experience, I just felt like, oh, this is too much. I'm too much. I am too much. I'm taking. I'm not giving. And then when I got off of the IM later, I was still feeling that way, and I was like, oh, we talked about me all that time. We should have talked about him some. And then the mind went even more to, I do that all the time. Oh my gosh. I think I do that to all my friends. That's probably why that one friend doesn't talk to me anymore. I'm just like taking from everyone. And, you know, I live here with my mom, and she's supporting me financially until all this wonderful work I do does that. I'm taking. I'm just like a parasite, and I just gobble everything. And it turned into a poem, and it turned into a really nice conversation on Facebook about that feeling. There's so many thoughts that it brings for me, so many feelings. And what I came around to is that it's okay. Kind of knew that in the beginning. Even as I'm freaking out, there is a part of me that is generally watching and saying, it's fine, so don't worry about me. Especially if you read some of my darker poems. But it's okay in the sense of, if this is coming up out of me, if this is what's happening in this now moment, this need, this voraciousness, this gobbling of caretaking or food or whatever, that's what's supposed to happen. Trust that experience. It's really okay. Whether the person in front of me that I'm gobbling is saying it's okay, really feeling it's okay, not saying it's okay, any of that, if it's happening, it's okay. It's meant to happen. And in a lot of cases, it's really, really okay. I was talking with a friend about bugs earlier this week too, actually. And I remembered this book that I read a long time ago, Mutant Message Down Under, about this woman that went on a walkabout in Australia, and I heard after the fact it was kind of BS, but anyway, this story I like anyway, about how the bugs would come and get in their eyes and ears, and the indigenous folk were like, that's fine, that's great. And she was freaked out by this, because she was a Western woman, I think, from the United States. But that when these bugs come and they eat things away, they're meant to, and it's good for you. It's good for you. Wow. So when we are the bug, it's good for whatever we're eating away. Wow. And this feeling of, I shouldn't, oh my gosh, I'm too much, I'm annoying this person. The other level is that true? Maybe sometimes. I can't say about most of the time, but I guess that's just the question. Is it true? A lot of time, no. So there we are clinging to that story, and it's total bullshit. It's making us miserable because we're such bad people. Parasiting and taking from everyone. And this person actually wants to be there for us, wants to give. And sometimes they don't. And that's okay too. What came to me towards the end of that conversation, and then later in the Facebook chat on the poem, was that it's all safe. It's all safe. Because what had happened to me was we'd gone so deep, we found something so deep that really didn't feel safe. And we brought up all my stuff that was like, this is not safe. I can't show this. This is my neediness, this is my insecurity. I thought I had this figured out. I thought I was beyond this. I thought I was stronger than this. But it's never about that. No. It's about that whatever comes, whether it's vulnerability or insecurity or fear or lack or neediness, it's okay. That's life moving through us. And we don't have to fix it. It's what's happening. If it's happening, it's meant to happen. We can relax. We can relax and enjoy whatever it is. Our gobbling, our devouring, our crying, our grasping, our not grasping. And live that moment so fully. So that today when I woke up, I didn't feel like a parasite. I was fine. Someone on my poem was like, I so don't see you that way as a parasite. I'm like, yeah, I started the poem sometimes. I'm not always a parasite. I know that. In that moment I felt like one, and I embraced it and I lived it and I loved it, and it was a very full, rich experience. So whatever you are in each moment, be that. Love to you.